Hello everybody, and welcome to Star Art and Gaming. This video might get a wee bit hairy on, some subjects, so I just want to let you know before we get started. I want to talk about why I quit The Forsaken and The Forsaken Not, if you guys have seen that. So The Forsaken ended for good reasons. There was not a lot of communication, and I will say this, I'm a very blunt person, and I know how to handle multiple people and get them to do their jobs. And so I was very much bossy in a sense of the term of bossy. I would try and give advice, and it would come off as I was trying to tell him what to do, tell the creator of The Forsaken what to do. That's not how I wanted it to come off, but it's how it did come off. So that was one of the major reasons. The other reason was because there wasn't a lot of communication between the different actors of The Forsaken, between Kobe, the actor for Connor, me, the actor for Star, Biohazard, the actor for Bio, and Tobias actually had probably the most communication between all of us. To be honest, I think Tobias was the only reason it stayed together as long as it did. But I was planning on leaving The Forsaken way before The Forsaken ended. Like, that last episode, we did a break for about 2 weeks. And during those 2 weeks, I got into a relationship. And within that relationship, some very uncomfy things happened. This is where I say you should probably either skip or, sit through it if you want to. I'm going to start the story now. I got into a relationship, as I said before, and the guy I got into a relationship was older than me. Usually I'm okay with that, because in some ways I see age, in some ways I don't. It's not a point. But I thought he was the one, and we started talking, and we started, doing what most relationships do, talk, have conversations and stuff. But he kept pushing, and he pushed for a certain thing, and at that time I was not comfortable with it. I told him no. And he kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing, and I kept telling him no and no and no. I always thought, say no, they'll stop doing it. That's the way I don't know. That's how I was raised, kinda. They just say, if you don't want to do it, say no. And my brain took that as, I don't want to do it, I only have to say no, and they'll understand that I don't want to do it. Well, that's how it should be. But it's not. I got pushed into a point where I did something I regret. I still massively regret. So I suggest if you do say no, and keep saying no. Keep saying no. But I did something I regret. No, it wasn't murder or anything, I promise. I'm not a murderer. I know I might look like one, but I am not. I did something along the lines of sending nudes. And I know that doesn't sound as bad, but it felt icky to me. It still feels icky. It feels like I'm gonna throw up. But after that, I thought that was normal. I thought that's what normal people in normal relationships did. And I, had to deal with that. And then the relationship fell under a ton of toxicity and, a lot of stuff. And so I hit a point where I told him we needed to be off, like broken up forever. I said we could be friends and maybe try it when we're older. And if you know me, you know usually that means no, never. Let's just be friends. And well, the next day he sent me a text and he said something along the lines, I don't have any of this, I deleted it. He sent something along the lines of, well, if you were my friend, you would have made sure that I was okay because you knew that I went through this hard relationship breakup, and I can only say it that way without, and I left it alone because I couldn't mentally say something. And then about a week later, he sent me a text saying, well, if you want to be my friend, you have to respond to this in 3 days. And I built up enough courage within that week to just tell him to absolutely fuck off. And so, basically, that was the last time I contacted him. And I said that I might quit the Forsaken for my mental health. For mental health reasons and for some other reasons. And so I thought I was done with the Forsaken. Turns out I wasn't at the time, but now I am. But, basically I quit the Forsaken and stayed off of it. I will say that the person I date was in the Forsaken. He was one of the main characters in the Forsaken. It was not Gray. Gray is still my friend. Shush. But, basically that happened, and I had to leave the Forsaken. That's when most of my videos kind of slowed. Nothing came out for that time. That's why I've been slow on making my videos. I'm not trying to use it as an excuse. I'm saying that I'm sorry for that. That's why I keep saying I want to build a better schedule so I can keep doing this. And I love doing YouTube. I love this. I love the editing, the recording process, everything about it. But I mentally couldn't handle it at the time. I couldn't tell you this story without bawling up in tears. I have left a lot of information out of it because I don't believe that should be something that everyone needs to know. But I just want to say thank you. Thank you for watching any of my content. That's beautiful. I know I recorded this in the most horrendous way possible, but I'll try and fix it in editing. But I just want to say thank you. I could not have done any of this without any of you. We've been off and on hitting 20, so let's hope we can hit 20 and stay at 20 for a while. So that means probably don't share this video, but share the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things. All the things. I seriously can't take myself serious like this, but I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for listening. There should be a couple videos coming out soon. I just have to put together some things. We got this. But yeah. I guess this is me signing off. Goodbye.